You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. In Oklahoma City, where a police sergeant who fatally shot a man in the back as he was fleeing last December was charged on Thursday with first-degree manslaughter. 36-year-old Sergeant Clifford Holman shot 60-year-old Bennie Edwards, who was struggling with mental illness in his back 3 times as he was running away. Officers were responding to a call about a man disturbing customers near a pawnshop. According to police, Edwards was near the store when officers approached him. He then opened a folding knife and told the officers to leave. The officers remained on the scene and used a taser and a gas substance on Edwards that had little to no effect, according to the officers. That's when they say Edwards charged towards an officer with a knife before running away from them. Officers then opened fire, striking Edwards in the back. Once video of the ordeal surfaced, protests erupted throughout the city. Protesters that then demanded that Sergeant Holman face charges. First of all, for a manslaughter charge here, Candace, that's still significant. But here's the deal. You got to change the law to say if somebody's running away, you don't shoot them.
That's right. Yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, they could see that this man had a knife, number one. So we're talking about knives and guns. That's not equal, and we see that often. We're talking about a 60-year-old man, and we're also talking about someone who clearly was displaying some type of mental illness. And if it wasn't clear to them, then you need to retrain officers to recognize that. And that's what's happening when we're talking about defunding the police. Let's put the money someplace else in order to retrain officers, because the world has changed. It's not just a matter of, cops and robbers. It's a matter of mental disabilities. It's a matter of ways of interacting with people with different cultures. It's a matter of a lot of things. Police need to be retrained. And again, yes, there's a manslaughter charge, but what was your intent in shooting the man in the back when you had a taser? This also brings a point. I was speaking with a couple of my friends, and we were looking at the police officers just overall and their inability to chase down a suspect and catch them that way. Why wasn't that an option? I mean, the truth is that you have a lot of police officers that aren't in shape to catch a 60-year-old man who happens to be running away from them. And that seems to be the only option that is available to them. The laws, as you said, have to be changed. They have to make sense so that if someone is running away from you, clearly showing you no harm, that there's got to be some intent behind you shooting them that many times in the back. And it's not just to harm, it's to kill.
It's real simple. Walter Scott was shot in the back running away. Numerous examples of folks been shot in the back, mostly black, running away, Michael. And it's just, look, you have to say to cops, if they're running away, you will be fired, you'll be penalized. If you allow them to keep doing it, they're going to keep doing it, because in their minds, we've been trained, shoot to kill, and we have all the rights and the protection to do so.
Yeah, with this case here, it seems like if whoever made the call, the police received a call about a man disturbing customers near a store. If I don't know in the dispatch call if whoever made the call said this person seems like they're mentally ill, but when the police officers arrive on the scene, they also have to be able to assess what's going on and determine, okay, am I dealing with somebody who's mentally ill, and call for medical professionals to come to deal with the person who's mentally ill, as opposed to chasing them, with a knife and then shoot them in the back, things like that. And the other thing is that a lot of times in African American communities, there are people in our community who are mentally ill, who may be loud, what have you, but we know they're harmless. We know they're not going to hurt anybody. They may be selling wolf tickets. They may talk about I'm going to beat you behind all this stuff. We know them. We know Joe. We know Sally. We know they're not going to do anything. They're just loud. But a lot of times when you have officers arrive on the scene, that don't live in that community, they don't know that, and then automatically they're a threat when they don't follow directions, when they don't follow commands. So this is another reason, why we have to reduce responsibilities, reallocate resources, and have more funding for mental health.
Rob, for the people who complain about defunding the police, where the cities where they have shifted resources, I keep saying it. These cops are not trained to deal with people with mental illness. All they simply know is, threat, shoot and kill. Kojima Powell, 16 seconds. 16 seconds. From the moment they pulled up and opened the door to when the first shots rang out that killed him. He was dead in 16 seconds.
Yeah, and to take a different path here, I don't think it's not training. It's not training. A black person could be 6'5", 5'2", 16, 5 years old. A black person is seen as a threat, and they're not seen as humans. When you think about Dylan Roof, who just executed 9 people in a church, not only can they find a way to bring him in and alive, they take the man to Burger King afterwards. Think about that for a minute. But somehow, when there's an issue with a black person, they can't de-escalate. This is not training. This is the culture of policing is broken in this country, and there does need to be new laws. There needs to be new levels of accountability, and it's both. We need to figure out how to hold them criminally, hold them both criminally accountable, but also get rid of statutory immunity. So look, you know what? It shouldn't be taxpayers paying these bills. Some of it should be it coming out of the police. Some of these police officers should go broke. If you do this, if you go over the line, and maybe we can't find you criminally liable, then we ought to be able to take away a lot of your income because you took away somebody's life. We need to really, really raise the level of accountability and change the culture of policing in this country.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have, you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it. Please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.